I mentioned yesterday that it was Father's Day. And I said, to everybody who celebrated Father's Day, I hope it was good. I want to play, here's a little palate cleanser, a reverse palate cleanser. It's more of a gagger. This will make you gag. Donald Trump on Father's Day was interviewed by Brian Glenn. And he was asked about what's the best part about being a dad. He has no answer. And if anything, what the answer that he spits out does reconfirm for us is the total lack of genuine connection to being a dad.
Final question on this Father's Day. What is the best thing about being a father? What's the best part about being a dad? And your son is on stage, by the way, loving the reception.
He's getting some reception. And I have wonderful children. They're great. They're loving. They're really good people. They're good people. And having them around is just, for me, is a very good thing. Very good thing. And we love our children. And it's Father's Day. And it's a good time to have good children.
Isn't that right? What is the most, it's almost a joke. What is the best part about being a dad? Well, my kids are really good and it's good to have good children around. No, well, it's just the experience of seeing them grow up and go from being babies to toddlers to preteens to teenagers to adults with desires and an impact on the world. And no, nothing. It just, these are good kids. It's good to have good kids around. Complete and total lack of connection to parenting. And this isn't the first time. You might remember this really wacky video where he was interviewed by Moms for America, who are very much, by the way, not in favor of what's good for America. And he was asked about Barron, and he said, well, Barron is very tall and he's doing a good job. A job at what?
He's a good tall guy, too. Very tall.
How tall is he now?
I'd say 6'8".
Oh, my goodness.
So he's up there, right?
Yeah.
But he's a great young man, and he's a very good student. And I think he's doing a good job, Barron. I think he's doing a very good job.
He's 17 now, Barron, right?
Yes.
He's doing a very, very good job. And as usual, when Trump is asked about family or friends, what he says and often what he doesn't say reveals so much about his shallow persona and his inability to really connect with people in a serious way. And we've talked about this before. We don't need to belabor it, but an incredibly not so inspiring Father's Day message from the failed former president. All right, we've got a fantastic bonus show for you today.
Thank your lucky stars every day you're not Dave Pakman.
Exactly. We are going to talk about the idea of warning labels on social media. Is that crazy? Is that a nanny state? Well, the U.S. Surgeon General believes that there should be warning labels on social media. Also, we will be talking about the U.S. lawsuit against Adobe for making subscriptions deceptive and too difficult to cancel. And I have some anecdotes actually to share about this. And also, what about the Republican and Trump plan to end taxes on tips? Not even all Republicans are in favor of this. I have thoughts. I'm going to want to hear from you on it. But what about ending taxes on tips? What does this do with regard to those tablets that ask you to tip 40% when you buy, something for $5? We will discuss all of that and more on today's bonus show. Get instant access by signing up at joinpakman.com. I will see you there, and I'll also be back tomorrow with a brand new show. Make sure you're subscribed either to the audio podcast on Spotify or wherever you prefer to get your podcasts, or to the YouTube channel, which you can find at youtube.com/The David Pakman Show. See you tomorrow or on the bonus show. What is the best way to learn a language? Immersion, living where the language is spoken and using it every day. When that's not possible, you can still learn a language. And I think the second best way is Babbel. Our sponsor, Babbel, is the science-backed language learning app that works and works quickly. Don't pay hundreds of dollars for private tutors or waste hours on apps that don't really help you start speaking the language. Babbel's quick 10-minute lessons are handcrafted by over 200 language experts to help you start speaking a new language in as little as 3 weeks. When I travel to a country where I'm unfamiliar with the language, I just start using Babbel a few weeks before I get on the plane. And I end up with a surprising level of comfort with the language once I'm at my destination. There are studies from Yale, Michigan State University, and others that continue to prove Babbel is better One study found that using Babbel 15 hours is like a semester of a language class at college. Babbel has sold over 16 million subscriptions, and all of Babbel's 14 award-winning language courses are backed by their 20-day money-back guarantee. Here's a special limited time deal for my audience. Right now, get up to 60% off your Babbel subscription, but only for my audience at babbel.com/Pacman. Rules and restrictions may apply. The link is in the description.